All right, guys, EA have released the Player of the Month 93 rated Kylian Mbappe SBC, and it is without doubt the most extortionate SBC you will ever see in FIFA, and I've got a lot to talk about with it. So first of all, using Easy SBC, the price is coming in at about 4.7 million coins. I actually think it's slightly cheaper than that because they've got the 90 rated squads at 530, 550, and 490, even though they're all the same squads. One needs an inform, but it doesn't really impact the price so much. So it's probably about maybe about 100,000 coins or so cheaper than what it suggests. Even if we gave it a 200,000 coin buffer and brought it down to 4.5 million, that is the same price, or actually that's more expensive than his card that's been in the game for a couple of months, almost 4 months already, that's tradable. And obviously, it's hard to get 4.2 million coins in the first place, but it's also hard this year to get 4.6 million or 4.5 million coins worth of fodder for an Mbappe. What I also find disgusting about this SBC is that the 92 rated Kylian Mbappe SBC was 2.1 million coins, and that, of course, was a month or two ago. How long have we had this one out for? Yeah, this one was in January, this one. So this is 2 months old now, this SBC, and it did peak at 2.4 or 2.1 on cross-console, and it did bottom out at 1.8, 1.9 when there was 83 by 10 upgrades or something like that. I can't remember what it was. But they've gone for over double the price for 93 Mbappe compared to 92, in spite of the fact that you get no extra pace, even though there's room for it, one extra shooting and dribbling, a fair bit extra defending that's utterly irrelevant, a little bit of extra passing, 4 extra stamina that's nice. But the fact that they've doubled the price for this, and comparative to the 93 Mbappe that's already there, the Player of the Month Mbappe has marginally better stats in passing, 1 more stamina and 1 less aggression. So I don't understand why they priced it so high, especially given the fact that a few years ago, when they didn't give us Prime Icon Moment SBCs, they said the cost of some Prime Icon Moments are above the threshold that we aim for an Icon SBC. The feedback from the community, which was nonsense, the community didn't give this kind of feedback, has been that you want to progress towards getting your favorite icons, and therefore we made the decision to release them as Prime SBCs. Well, when we look at this Kylian Mbappe, first of all, it might well be the most expensive SBC of all time. It's definitely going to be up there with some of the big icons and such. But that was 4 years ago that EA said this, in a game where it was way easier to obtain coins and way easier to obtain fodder. This year, it's so difficult to accumulate and keep coins, and it's so difficult to accumulate and keep fodder, and yet they have priced this one to the moon. So although Kylian Mbappe is, of course, broken in-game, for me, this SBC is just the biggest L of the year. The biggest L of FIFA ever, in spite of the fact that it's one of the most broken cards that you'll ever use. It, for me, is still one of the biggest Ls that EA have ever dropped.